Vladimir Putin, a complex legacy of power and controversy. Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin's life story is a journey deeply intertwined with modern Russian history, a tale of ambition, control, and the polarizing impact of power. Born on October 7, 1952, his rise from a KGB intelligence officer to becoming Russia's longest-serving leader since Stalin is a narrative steeped in secrecy, strategy, and relentless pursuit of influence. Understanding this complex journey provides insights into the forces shaping Russia and its interactions on the global stage. Putin's career began in the shadowy world of espionage, providing him with skills and perspectives that would influence his political trajectory. For 16 years, he served as a KGB foreign intelligence officer, attaining the rank of lieutenant colonel. His resignation in 1991, during the Soviet Union's collapse, marked a pivotal moment, not just for Russia, but for Putin himself, as he pivoted from intelligence to politics. In St. Petersburg, he applied his skills to climb the political ranks, working closely with prominent figures. By 1996, he moved to Moscow, where his calculated demeanor and loyalty earned him a place in Boris Yeltsin's administration. His swift ascension saw him become the director of the Federal Security Service, FSB, and later the Secretary of the Security Council of Russia. Putin's meteoric rise came to a head in 1999 when he was appointed prime minister. Later that year, Yeltsin's surprise resignation catapulted Putin into the role of acting president. In just 4 months, he cemented his leadership with an election victory, officially becoming Russia's president in 2000. The early 2000s were transformative for Russia. Under Putin, the economy flourished, growing by an average of 7% annually, buoyed by rising oil and gas prices. Nonetheless, this prosperity was shadowed by controversies, notably in Chechnya, where his crackdown on separatists restored federal control but drew international condemnation for human rights abuses. Constitutionally limited to 2 consecutive terms, Putin stepped down in 2008, assuming the role of prime minister under Dmitry Medvedev. Many perceived Medvedev as a placeholder, as Putin continued to exert significant influence. During this time, Russia engaged in a brief but impactful war with Georgia, solidifying its status as a regional power. In 2012, Putin returned to the presidency amidst allegations of electoral fraud and widespread protests. Despite dissent, his grip on power tightened, leading to his re-election in 2018. This period demonstrated the complexity and adaptability of Putin's political strategy. Putin's third term was marked by actions that reshaped Russia's place in the world. The 2014 annexation of Crimea, support for separatists in eastern Ukraine, and military intervention in Syria drew sharp international criticism. These actions, coupled with economic sanctions, plunged Russia into financial hardship. Despite these challenges, Putin pressed on, consolidating power further. A 2021 referendum allowed him to extend his presidency potentially until 2036. While some praised his leadership for restoring Russia's strength, others viewed his rule as one of suppression, corruption, and fear, a theme that persists in global discourse today. In February 2022, Putin's decision to launch a full-scale invasion of Ukraine marked a turning point. This act drew global condemnation, expanded sanctions, and further isolated Russia on the world stage. The resulting war, fraught with immense human suffering, has deeply impacted his legacy. In 2023, the International Criminal Court issued an arrest warrant for war crimes, including allegations of illegal child abductions during the conflict. Under Putin's leadership, Russia transformed into what many describe as an authoritarian state. Independent media was silenced, political opponents were jailed or exiled, and elections were marred by irregularities. Transparency International, Freedom House, and other watchdogs consistently rank Russia poorly on corruption and democratic freedoms. This environment has sparked debates on the balance between national stability and individual freedoms. For many Russians, Putin represents stability, a leader who brought order after the tumult of the 1990s. For others, he is a symbol of repression, stifling voices, and curtailing freedoms. Internationally, he is seen as a controversial figure whose decisions have created global ripples affecting everything from energy markets to geopolitics. These perceptions highlight the complex legacy of his governance. Yet amidst all this, one cannot ignore the weight of his legacy, a complex tapestry of ambition, resilience, and power. Putin's story is one of triumphs and tribulations, of a man who has left an indelible mark on Russia and the world. Whether history judges him as a builder or destroyer remains to be seen, but his impact is undeniable. Vladimir Putin's rule embodies the dichotomy of strength and control, progress and regression, hope and fear. His journey from a KGB officer to one of the most powerful and polarizing figures in modern history evokes both admiration and disdain, a legacy that will continue to shape the world long after his time in office ends. For the general public, understanding his complex narrative is crucial for grasping the current and future dynamics, not only within Russia, but also in international relations. The discussions and debates surrounding his leadership highlight the critical balance between authority and freedom, and the ongoing evolution of global politics.